Hello dear students. Let us start with new chapter, that is reproduction in living organisms. We will divide this chapter into some different parts. I hope it will get covered in 4 parts. In first part we are going to see about significance of reproduction. In second part, sexual reproduction, its types. Part third, sexual reproduction in human beings, and part fourth, sexual reproduction in plants, that is flowering plants. Like this we will divide this chapter so that it will be easy to understand. Dear students, we have seen chapter life processes. In that chapter we defined what is meant by living. So living entities are the things which complete certain characteristics like cell division, like respiration, like locomotion, like nutrition, respiration. So the entity which complete all these characteristics are called as living. And one of the most important characteristic we have discussed during that time was reproduction. Reproduction, it is vast topic and very important topic as far as living entities are concerned. Now what is meant by reproduction? Now if we bifurcate this word reproduction, re and production, so you can see here how this word can be bifurcated. Re means again, and production means to produce new entity. So production of new things, production of something again and again is called as a reproduction. Now biologically, if we wanted to define this terminology, then reproduction can be defined as it is the ability of living organism to produce new living organisms similar to them. It is one of the important characteristics of life. Once again, reproduction is the ability of living organisms to produce new living organisms similar to them. This is general definition of reproduction. Now question arises, what is the significance of reproduction? Significance means importance. What is the purpose of reproduction? We can say in some other words. Actually, reproduction is aimed to set multiplication and perpetuation, that is stability of the species. So species, one particular organism should multiply, one particular organism should stabilize in the ecosystem. We call it as a species. Here I am saying organism, instead of that we can say species. In simple words, it proves group immortality by replacing the dead individuals by the new ones. Immortality, mortality, these are two words, opposite words. Mortality means death rate. Okay, mortality rate we have discussed. Mortality means death. Immortality, इमोर्टलिटी मतलब अमर होना, अनंत काल तक टिके रहने वाला, that is immortal. So we say God after consuming Amrit, they become immortal, isn't it? So to prove group immortality by replacing the dead one or dead individuals with new ones, that is the purpose of reproduction, because the entity or the organisms which have a birth has death also. So the organism, when it will die, that time there should be someone to represent that particular species. So continuity of life will be maintained, and this continuity of life will be maintained because of this property, that is reproduction. So during reproduction, multiplication of that particular population takes place. Now group of organism is called as a population, and this population should remain immortal. So particular species reproduce in particular group of organism of similar type. Group of organism of similar type reproduce amongst them, between them, so that continuity of life should maintained as it is. So in this chapter we have to see about significance of the reproduction. Some of the points we have discussed just now, that is significance of reproduction in first lecture we have to see, and in that I told you reproduction is necessary for continuity of life. Now how this reproduction is achieved? How this reproduction is achieved? Actually, for achieving reproduction, or say question second also comes, that how continuity of life maintains, or how the particular characteristics of one generation transfer to next generation. These are some questions in our mind. And do all organisms have the same type of reproductive ability? That is next question which may come in your mind. So answer to this question is, the modes of reproduction are vary in different organisms. Vary means may have some variations. However, all these have certain common basic features. What are that basic features? The answer to second question is how the organisms transfer their characteristics from one generation to next generation. For this answer is replication of DNA. Now question will come from your side, what is meant by DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. This is actually a map. This is actually a building plan of our body. Deoxyribonucleic acid, which is double stranded, made up of nitrogenous bases adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. These nitrogenous bases arrange themselves in a particular fashion, particular sequence, and with the help of that they represent our body architect. So our body architect is present on DNA. The blueprint of our body structure, design and functioning is located on DNA. In 9th standard we have seen about where this DNA is present. We saw there is a cell, inside cell there is a nucleus, and inside nucleus there are chromosomes. In these chromosomes, DNA is compactly packed. If you remember 9th standard lecture. So this DNA is compactly packed, compressed in the chromosome, and this DNA is having blueprint of our body. So replication of DNA means what? In replication of DNA, the DNA segments, I told you this DNA is made up of two strands. These two strands separate from each other, and on these two strands complementary base pairs get attached. This is called as a replication of DNA. So in words, from one DNA formation of two DNA is called as a replication, but these two DNA will be identical to each other. When replication takes place, these two DNAs will have identical, they will have be identical to each other. So this is a core of replication of DNA. Possibility is little, very minute error may come while copying DNA. So it may lead to the variation. It may lead to the variation. So in evolution chapter we are going to see how variations comes, and these variations are possibly the cause of evolution. So this was about replication of DNA. The next part comes in our body also. Some or other cells keep dying. Some or other cells get replaced by new cells. Then how this happens? Because we know that we have skin cells, they are dying continuously after certain intervals, but these cells get replaced by some new cells. This is how this is achieved. So the answer of this question is cell division is a process which takes place in our body, which replaces old cells with new cells. So during cell division, old cell, parental cell get divided into two cells. This process is called as a mitosis. We have seen in 9th standard again. That time I discussed about mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis is the process in which cell get divided to form two identical cells. From one cell, formation of two identical cells takes place. In meiosis, the division takes place, and from one cell formation of four daughter cells takes place, but here the chromosome number get reduced to half. So in mitosis and meiosis, what was the difference between mitosis and meiosis? We discussed that time. Mitosis is equational division, meiosis is reductional division. In mitosis, chromosome number maintained as it is. In meiosis, chromosome number reduced to half. So these two types of cell division. First is mitosis. Mitosis is useful for somatic cells. What is meant by somatic cells? Are body cells. Are all body cells except gamete generating cells. All these are the somatic cells. And next is gametic cells, where gametes means sperms, ova, eggs formation takes place, that are gametic cells. So mitosis is required for somatic cells. For example, on your palm or on your hand or on your leg, wherever you got injury, what will happen after some days? Where you get injury, that particular cells will die, and these cells will get replaced by new cells, and that wound will get filled again. It will get whatever previous view of your skin was there, it will take as it is. Now from where these new cells have come? These new cells have come from neighboring cells. Obviously, neighboring cells which are healthy, they have gone through cell division process, they maintain their chromosome number as it is, and they replace the faulty, dead or disturbed cells, and once again formation of skin or whatever organ was damaged, that get replaced again. This is mitosis. Now for continuity of life, I told you there is a requirement of reproduction. So you might be aware in 7th or 8th standard we have discussed that there is a process of reproduction where union of two cells takes place. These two cells are called as gametes. So union of gametes takes place, which forms zygote, and this zygote will lead to a new organism. It will form a new organism of the same type. So for fusion of these gametes, formation of gamete is required. Now two cells, any two random cells, if they meet of the same body or opposite bodies, what will happen? Chromosome number will go on doubling. Chromosome number will get doubled. For example, human beings are having 23 pairs of chromosomes, that is 46 chromosomes, and when 46 plus 46 two cells will unite together, the chromosome number will go to 92. And if this process happen again and again, generation after generation, till now whole earth would have got covered with chromosome only, because it will get doubled. So to avoid this confusion, chromosome number of an organism should be maintained as it is, and for maintenance of same chromosome number reduced to half in gamete cells. So for example, male gamete cells will have only 23 chromosomes, and female gamete, if they are having only 23 chromosomes, in a resultant zygote after fusion of these two gametes, male and female gamete, chromosome number will be 46, and this chromosome number will continue for next generation, for next coming organism. So chromosome number is maintained as it is. To maintain chromosome number as it is, there is a requirement of reduction division, that is called as a meiosis, which takes place in gametic cells, where gamete formation takes place. So where gamete formation takes place, if I tell in case of humans, it is taking place in testes and in males, and it is taking place in ovaries in case of females. So there only, that is in ovaries and testes only, meiosis will take place, no other any of the place in our body. Other cells are somatic cells, where mitosis division will take place to replace dead cells with new ones. So formation of reproductive bodies or units, this is the role of meiosis in the organism, in the gametic cell. Development of reproductive bodies into offsprings will take place by fusion of these gametes, which are taking place in the sexual organs, and from that zygote formation will take place. This zygote will lead to a new organism. So dear students, here you must notice that for continuity of life, reproduction is necessary. Reproduction will takes place with the help of some different methods, in which in some cases it will be a detached part of our body which will grow into new individual. In some cases, like unicellular organisms, single cell will get divided as it is single cell organisms, so cell division will lead to a new forms of life, that is from one cell. When a formation of two cell by mitosis process will take place, both the cells will be considered as a individual, so population will go on increasing. In some cases, like primitive plants, there will be a breakdown of thread like structures, and each segment will grow as a new individual. In some cases, there will be a fusion of gametes. Because of fusion of gametes, new individual will form, and this new individual will be considered as a new population. So obviously here old population will get vanished but will be replaced by new population. So continuity of life will be maintained due to the process reproduction. So initially we have discussed about the definition of reproduction, that is the ability of living organism to produce new living organisms similar to them. And what is the importance, what is the purpose of reproduction? It proves group immortality by replacing the dead individuals with new. It brings stability to the population, otherwise this population will get vanish. The basic instinct of reproduction is to maintain the type of organisms or the population of that particular group generation after generation. So the population of an individual which is large one will be for long period, and if the population of one particular organism is less, there is a chances of vanishing that population, extinction of that population. Endemic species like tiger now are on the verge of extinction, so because their population is very less. So these are certain importance of this chapter which we have seen here. I told you for continuity of life, these two individuals, opposite sexes, share their chromosomes, fusion of chromosomes takes place, so that new individual with new characters will come. So this is end of this session here, that is we have seen in this chapter, in this section, that meaning of reproduction, purpose of reproduction, and what are the basic features of reproduction, in which I told you DNA is very important as far as characteristics or continuity of life is concerned. Now in next lecture we will discuss about asexual type of reproduction. Let me tell you, there are two types of reproduction: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, gamete formation doesn't take place, no fusion of gametes will take place. In sexual reproduction, gametes will form, sex organs are present, and then fusion of gametes will also take place in sexual reproduction. About asexual reproduction and difference between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, what are the advantages of asexual reproduction, what are the advantages of sexual reproduction, what are the limitations of asexual reproduction, all these points we shall discuss in next lecture. Till that time you can prepare your own notes, you start preparing your own notes. This time I expect notes from you people. While listening the lecture, you have to prepare your own notes. Take pen and notebook and while listening the lecture prepare your own notes. So tomorrow once again I'll come with asexual type of reproduction and its types. Till that time, have a nice day, good day. Thank you very much.